Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing Loki's Wolves by K.L. Armstrong and M.A. Marr. Ragnarok is coming. You know, pretty much the equivalent of winter is coming. Loki's Wolves is the first book in the Blackwell Pages series. Matt has known his whole life that he and his family are descendants of the Norse god Thor. More than that, Matt also knows that the other inhabitants of Blackwell, South Dakota are descendants of other Norse gods as well. The day comes when Matt's family discover that Ragnarok, or the Norse version of the end of the world basically, is soon at hand. And Matt becomes the chosen representative to lead the final battle against the descendants of Loki. But Matt does not want this responsibility, knowing that in myth, Thor is destined to die. So Matt teams up with an unlikely pair, Finn and Lori, who are the descendants of Loki. The trio go on a quest to find the other descendants of the North in order to control their fate and divert the course of Ragnarok. This was such a cute book. I really loved it. And plus, I loved the cover. It has just the really shiny title, and then there's like, I believe it's Lori and Matt who are down here and the wolves are surrounding them. I just thought it was a really cute cover. It's the type of children's book that's more in the vein of the Percy Jackson series and Harry Potter. It's not too childish, and it's still really fun for adult readers to read, I think. But don't think that it's a straight-off rip-off of Percy Jackson. For one thing, in the Percy Jackson series, Percy had no idea he was descended from a Greek god. In Loki's Wolves, Matt has known his whole life about he and his family being descendants of Thor. And because of Matt's knowledge of this, the plot pretty much takes off instantly. We're quickly introduced to the lead characters and their personalities and how they all interact with each other, and the story just gets going and we're thrown right into the midst of it. Armstrong and Marr tell the story through the three main characters, Matt, Finn, and Lori. Each character has a chapter. Matt may have a chapter. It'll say Matt at the top, and then you see events through his eyes, and then the next chapter may be Finn, and then you see some events through his eyes, and then the next chapter may be Lori, and then it just keeps going like that between the three of them. And with the chapters split up in this fashion, it was not confusing whatsoever, I don't think. And I honestly forgot that this book was written by two different people, and I honestly never felt like the book was told by two different storytellers. It all felt very cohesive and one unit. And everything flowed perfectly in between chapters. And seriously, such a fantastic set of characters. Matt was very likable from the get-go. You could understand his feelings, and I mean, he's just a child. He doesn't want this responsibility of leading this grand battle. Lori was a very strong heroine, I felt, much in the style of Hermione from Harry Potter and Annabeth from the Percy Jackson series. She wasn't just the girl in the group. Finn was probably my favorite character. Finn is the one who is most at odds with himself and has this huge internal struggle because he is a descendant of Loki. So he's always struggling with this fact and trying to stay on the side of good rather than bad. The only characters that I think we didn't really get to connect with in any sort of way were Ray and Raina, who were the descendants of Frey and Freya. They were kind of just talked about mostly, and mostly their appearance was talked about more than anything. They were described as being like these goth kids with magical abilities of some sort. And Baldwin was an instant lovable character, especially since he was descended from the god Balder, who was a favorite among the Norse gods. The writing in this book was just very fun from start to finish, and just an absolute joy to read. There were quite a few parts where I seriously burst out laughing because the lines of dialogue were so hilarious, mostly due to Finn's sarcastic humor. There's this really great part after the descendants of the North have all finally got together, and they're all sitting around taking a break, and Finn is talking to Ray, who is descended from the god Frey, who is the god of weather and fertility. I'll just read you a little bit of it. Finn said, "At least Matt's powers are useful, unlike the power of eyeliner and baby making. Plus, there are quite a few jokes thrown in about the Thor comic books. I'll read another quick passage. Then Matt gestured at the twins. They're Frey and Freya. She was goddess of love and beauty. He was weather and fertility. And I'm, a descendant of Thor. I'll, fight the Midgard serpent. Thor smash, Reyna interjected. That's the Hulk, not Thor, Matt started to explain. Whatever, Reyna murmured. Besides the humor and sarcastic wits among the characters, Armstrong and Marr really knew when to throw in the emotional punches and really make you feel for these characters. Overall, such a great start to this series. I certainly plan on getting the rest when they come out. Like I said, if you're a fan of Percy Jackson, I think you will really enjoy this. So that's it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!